Chad, I want to have a heart-to-heart with you guys real quick. I had 2 sponsorship opportunities come my way that I think are iffy. I'm curious your guys' thoughts on them. The first one is actually probably the first time in my streaming career that not only did I say no to a sponsorship, I sent back a strongly worded email to never contact me ever again. Yeah, I was pretty aggressive about it. I was pretty aggressive about this sponsor. I don't feel bad about it. I don't feel bad about it. I do not regret it because to me, it felt disrespectful. It felt like they were asking me in a way because they know that they mog me and they were handing out the petty change because I felled off. Yeah. Yep. Guess who slithered their way into the inbox? Guess who slithered their way into the inbox? I guess she spent all day drafting a fucking email for me. Lord knows she's not studying. You said no? Yes, I said no. Yes. Of course I said no. I cannot accept a sponsor for my rival. I cannot do that. What's the drama? The drama is I switched from Twitch to YouTube to be a YouTube streamer, and Lofi Girl mogged me in viewership the entire time I was streaming. She never took a break. She never went to the bathroom. She was live 24/7 the entire time, crushing my live viewership numbers. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. Frankly, it's bullshit. You beat her when Dream face revealed? Yeah, bro. What? There's not another Dream to face reveal. I'm out of ideas. I got nothing here. I need a Suika game to come out again. All right, chat. Have y'all ever heard of this thing called What Now? I think it's popular on TikTok. You guys ever heard of this? Who knows about What Now? Oh, sorry. No. What Not? What Not? Not What Now. What Not? Has anyone used it? My question is, have you used Whatnot? If so, W or L? It looks like a scam? Okay. If you haven't used it, don't chime in. I don't care about you. If you guys are just Googling Whatnot for the first time, looking at it for 6 seconds, and then going, L, your opinion's irrelevant. I have spent 500. Okay, Lahoma _ you now have the floor. Lahoma _ you have the floor with your fucked up Vegeta profile picture. What are your honest thoughts? Guys, everyone give Lahoma the floor. Lahoma! Half the motherfuckers are scammers. So what I understand it to be is basically like, it's basically an auction website where people live stream the auction.
Ludwig Pop, what up, bloody Ludwig Pop?
Whatnot is just the app they do it through. And some are legitimate, completely legitimate sellers, but there's also an influx of scammers. And it's probably disproportionately high in the scammer realm because it might be easier to scam with a live stream than maybe something like eBay. It maybe feels a bit like eBay did when you used eBay 13 years ago, when I used to personally scam on eBay because I would make a second account that would outbid people who bid on my items. And then I would be able to drive up the money, the moolah. Some do pack openings and then just end the streams when they get good cards. So they're like doing a pack opening, but then they get the fucking godlike card and they're like, JK, and they end. So you need reliable sellers is what it sounds like. But the platform itself isn't bad. There are bad actors on the platform is what it sounds like, right? I'm asking all this because my boy works at the company and he got me a sponsorship that I could take. And I'm wondering if I take it or not. If they're not keeping, I asked him about it. Obviously he's worked there for years. So he was like, yes, there are bad actors on the website. We do our best to ban them. Like we have a robust ban system. We've done, X amount in sales or whatever. So I already asked him that. Obviously, I don't think it's in their interest to keep scammers on the website. Don't scam your viewers. What part of this do you think would be that? Like, do you think I'm going to go live on Whatnot, open a pack, see a good card, and then end the stream? Like, when would that even happen? The only concern is that I would promote, right, in exchange for money, the Whatnot app. You guys, all right, because you guys are obviously all, a little bit worse at games than me, a little bit slower than me, don't have 2 degrees. You guys would open up the website. You would find a guy with 1 4-star review. You would buy a pack opening and then you would get scammed. And then because you discovered the website from me, would be like, this is Ludwig's fault. I can't believe Ludwig made me do this. And so I have to gauge basically how dumb you guys are, candidly. I have to gauge how dumb you are and how easily you guys are going to get scammed and if it's worth the payout. I'm not dumb. I don't know if you guys read the comments on Ludwin. It is universally accepted you guys are dumb as shit. Love how chat made fun of Lud for the Silk Road question when it runs pretty much exactly along those lines. Oh, wow. It's insane how chat is actually thousands of times dumber than Ludwig. Thousands of times. Chat was completely wrong. Those settlements are for the most part the modern equivalent of the ancient Silk Road. Obviously, it's not on one highway or one path, but the land-based path to our understanding matches up very well with the modern developed cities. Chatter said, isn't the Silk Road in America? This video proves one thing. The average internet user has a wild interpretation of what China is actually like. Funny how chat makes up problems, doesn't check to if they're real or not. So look, conclusion is you guys are fucking actually dumb, like concerningly dumb, verging on brain dead. According to my YouTube comments. I'm not saying this. I'm just reading the comments. And they say that you guys are incredibly, incredibly dumb. So I have to be extra cautious what I promote to you guys. Understanding that you guys are stupid. Wonder what that is indicative of? Look, I'm not saying I'm the brightest bulb in the tool shed, but I'm just saying a lot of you guys like to fucking point at me going, look how dim that bulb is. Meanwhile, you're like a fucking candle. It's like, I feel like this whole stream is, you're the pot and you're pointing at the fucking kettle and you're not willing to admit it. I admit it. That's the thing. I admit it. Stop generalizing us. You're my man. I think, and this is my honest to God take.
What's Big L? How's it poppin'?
My honest to God take is that lurkers are the only smart people in chat. Sorry, I want to add an addendum. Lurkers are the only smart people in chat except for the lurkers who just typed for the first time to say you're right, to accept the gratitude that I gave out. Because they're so dumb that they turned from a lurker to a chatter at the mere existence of a compliment. So the people who are still lurking after I said that are the smart ones. Does YouTube chat count as lurking? No. And if I'm being honest, YouTube chat, you're not going to want to hear my answer about your intelligence. I'm just saying, bro, the average YouTube chatter is like username Jack Van Dilwitz, and their bio is like their fucking home address. Like, bro, you don't even have the wits to not fucking keep your identity safe on the internet. You're dropping everything. You're doxing yourself. You're a hater, born and bred, my sir. I hope you know you're being watched by someone who ate a bad egg sandwich. I had a fire egg sandwich today. They mix egg whites with cream cheese and chives. Ooh, that shit hits. Okay, BM check. There's a cafe that I go to, and when I ask for bagel, what they do is they give me the bagel toasted and then the bagel spread separate because I asked for it to go. So they give me the bagel toasted and the bagel spread separate. I want the spread on the fucking bagel because I want to eat it in the car. I want it to be together. Is it BM to ask for it for here so that they do it all and give it to me done? And then I go with it. Cause I'm not trying to sit in the fucking car and I can't spread and drive. Just ask them to spread it. Deckles, pause for a moment. You want me to go into the fucking cafe and go spread it for me? Now hold on, spread it slow style. You want me to do that? That's what you think's appropriate to do? You think it's appropriate to do? I used to work at Tim Hortons, Canadian who can't help but bringing that up. Dude, fucking Canadians who worked at Tim Hortons act like they were like a member of the armed guard. You act like a veteran, like we need to fucking salute you. I guess in Canada, it's the equivalent of being a former member of the military. I served at Timmy Hortons, Toronto.